Okay, so I just wanted to take a minute to show off these new graphics after I played like a whole bunch of games from the RPG forum, RPG Maker forum. We did a little game jam, a stay home game jam with no travel. And after I played about 30 of those games, kind of got really depressed and bummed out about default graphics and about, everybody's looking the same. And even if not the same, similar, even if you made your own RPG maker chair or couch or table or whatever, it still looked like, one of the other assets. And so I started working on a way to make assets that would work with the RPG Maker engine that would not be just, the default assets, obviously, but also would not look like any default assets. Would not look like RPG Maker graphics. Would not look like graphics that were, so obvious tile sets and such obvious repeating. Uh, and there was a particular style I wanted to emulate from. And so I did buy a particular pack that is really kind of useless. So here would be kind of a blacksmith map, and my blacksmith, my new favorite character that's going to live in all of the worlds is Smitty, my metalsmith from the No Travel Game Jam. So this will be his little blacksmith area. He'll actually be standing right up in here, and he'll be turning back and forth between, the forge, clank, 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 and the water barrel, and turn up to the fire. I haven't done any of the cutaways on the graphics on this like I did in the study room. But all the rest of these are just flat. But I've at least got them laid out where I can build them. And this would be the outside of the guy's house. This would be the stairway up to his apartment. So ideally, one of these would be this one right here would be the floor with the study that you were in the first floor. And this would be the common area with the kitchen and where people come up and meet his butler or whatever. And this will be a couple of shops right next to his house. So if he needs to pop in and get potions or get, food or water or whatever it is before he heads someplace else or whenever he comes home. People walking back and forth in the street. Some random quest lines would have little exclamations over their heads. Again, I haven't cut any of these graphics, um, if I was going to use this in an actual capacity, these trees would be, stenciled, and I'd have a tree graphic so that she's going behind there, like I did in the study with some of those. But these are just layouts to see, if I can get something that looks a little reasonable. I haven't done as much computerized treatment on this one as I have like here in the study where it looks a little more computer rendered. And here's the example of where, I cut those graphics so that, she can go behind that lamp right there. And she kind of steps behind the arm of the chair to come around onto the couch there. So those graphics are stenciled and laid out so that she can pass underneath them. And that's what I'll do also in these other layouts, and come back and we look at this blacksmith, I'll go ahead and I'll stencil this armor graphic so you can walk right behind it right there. And the path of walking in front of this, you'll go behind that little anvil right there. You'll probably still go in front of these gold bars, but then you'll go behind this anvil and behind this and in front of the lantern. And you won't be able to go any farther back up into these things. And this one's kind of a little bit, scratchy and, rendered a little bit granular so that it looks, computer generated. Um, I had homogenized these images so that it all looks like a picture. The next thing I do is probably dust and scratch this so that it looks a little bit more computer generated. And again, here the graphics where I'll stencil that tree so she can walk whenever anything walks past. It'll go behind that tree, and right behind that little lip there. But this would be your little pathway to out to the docks. Maybe set this gate up so you go in back here. There's a little alley. Stencil this graphic so you're behind all of that as you pass by. I was just wondering if this look and feel is even gonna work. Sometimes I think something's cool and then I put it out there and nobody else thinks it's cool. So I thought I'd give you guys a shot to kind of look at this when it's in the very early development stage. You probably use these suitcases to store like potions and inventory, that you're storing off character. Have little quests that open up these suitcases, and as you open up more of them, you can store more stuff. So you can come back from your adventures and, put stuff in the suitcases so you're not carrying it around. Have books up here about how the magic works and the different races, and, you know. I'm going to have a little workbench utility over here where you can make little craft items or save the game or talk to the magic mirror about, hey, I'm stuck. What's the next portion of the quest? And I made these little couches so that, when you get up on them, you actually turn around and look like you're sitting on them. Thought that was kind of cute. So again, the study's the only one I've stenciled the graphics on so that she can walk behind stuff. That's easy enough to do that I could do that, behind here or whatever. Map off the areas that you're not allowed to walk into. Go in, be able to turn and go into these stores, go up to the studio, go into these places. I thought about putting the blacksmith in here, but it doesn't really fit. So these are the new graphics. I'm interested to hear what you think. Let me know if you like them. If I had like a serialized story game that, every month was pumping out a new little campaign set in this little world of kind of faux photorealistic RPG graphics. Do you think that's something that you would like to play? Do you like the graphics? Is it just too off-putting or weird? Let me know. I have to lower that one so she's a little bit more elevated on that sidewalk. Thanks for checking it out.